Well, it was a trip of a lifetime for a group of school children from Washington, D.C. They traveled to Cameroon as part of the work of the William Lockridge Community Foundation. The foundation promotes access to higher education by offering scholarships and international travel. I recently spoke with the program director, Wanda Lockridge.
The foundation was established in 2011. It's named after my late husband, William Lockridge, who served on the State Board of Education for about 16 years. Because he gave so much of himself in the community and education, we just felt that we really wanted to continue his legacy.
You took some kids to Cameroon. What is the purpose of taking kids to Cameroon?
The first reason that I selected Cameroon, about 5 or 6 years ago, I did my DNA testing. And I did it for my son who was turning 21, because I always wanted him to know where his family came from. And for me, I always wanted to know where my lips, my legs, and all of that came from. So I did my DNA, and I am Hausa Tikar from Cameroon. So when I went there the first trip in 2010, it was fascinating. We went the first time, it was more of a high level. We met with some chief, we met with the prime minister, and it was just a really good trip. We were welcomed like we were home. I felt like I was home. And the second year, we really tried to bring this off last year because I think it's important for students not only to learn in the classroom, but to also learn throughout experiences.
You've taken a number of kids there. Is there a particular age bracket that you think benefits more from this kind of trip?
You know, we thought about that. We thought about whether or not it should be high school versus middle school. And we selected middle school because we really wanted them to take this experience and carry it throughout their high school experience. So we wanted to catch them a little bit earlier in their school year experiences.
It's one thing to make a trip to a place, but how do you almost entrench this kind of feeling and love for Cameroon in those who visit?
We've lost so much here in the United States about culture, about family, about giving. And it was important for us to just go back and reach back.
What is it that even an adult should do in order to appreciate the continent better?
Appreciate the rich culture. I say that because media have a way to show what they want to show. They show Africa with babies crying. They show Africa as AIDS-infested country. They don't show the richness of it. They don't show how the United States benefits so much from what Africa have, their sources, their resources. We went to a place with the corporation, Cameroon Development Corporation. They developed tires. We went to the tire factories and we saw how they made tires. Well, the United States benefit from that because they get their tires, they get imported from that. So what I would say is read on your own, learn on your own.
I was reading somewhere that perhaps there are more white people who have traveled to Africa than black people from America.
That's right.
And yet, it is a black person who has every reason
That's right.
to try and go to Africa and, kind of reconnect. Would you maybe call for more organizations to do this, or even more support for people like you?
Both. I would actually call for more organization to expand the horizon for our young people. I will call for other individuals who have, even if it's just one child, if you're just touching one child at a time, then do that. You're absolutely right. When we're in Africa, we see white people. We see them taking advantage. We see them exploring. We see them wanting to know about more about us than we want to know about us. And sometimes it's sad to see some people think they're not from Africa. And I'm thinking, where do you think you come from? We certainly left on ships, but we go back on planes. And I would absolutely encourage anyone who have the opportunity, that have the resources or the funds to make sure that they expose our kids, that we expose them.